Hey, Curtis,
Hey Oz,
you got a movie this week?
I do have a movie this week. As we continue with comic strip movies, this week we're going to take a look at Treasure Island and Mork and Mindy, plus some Nashville and My Favorite Martian, all brought together by the speech mannerisms of Dr. Steve Brule. This week we're watching 1980s Popeye.
You know what I'm mostly disappointed with?
Huh.
There was no final justice.
There was, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint. There was, yeah, because they was filmed in Malta. And Final Justice takes place in Malta.
You think you can take me? Go head on.
Head on. Oh, Jodan Baker.
Welcome back, listeners and viewers, to another episode of Let's Talk About Flicks, the podcast where we take a monthly theme this month, like you said, being comic strip movies, and satisfy it with a flick. This week we got Popeye, and I am one of your hosts, Oz.
I am the other host, Curtis.
And before we get rolling on, we want to give a shout out to our favorite sweet peas. P is in Patreon. Don S., Aaron A., Mandy K., Melissa L., Colin K., Lyle M. Thank you one and all for your patronage.
Well done, sir. We were chatting pre-show and we decided, why not? Let's just hit record. We need to record this conversation. Normally, when we a peek behind the scenes and let's talk about flicks. Normally, we record Saturday mornings, but we're recording at a Friday night because tomorrow morning I am having mouth surgery. There is a without getting too graphic, there's like an open wound in my mouth that won't heal.
It's probably a lot like Lionel's mom's arm after she got hit by the symmetric.
It's very similar to that. If I'm not careful, I'm going to drop my earrings into it.
Yeah, it's pussy and squirty, and
it is just
and
all
just
the
everywhere.
Other dwarves. Yes, and a good custard doesn't even take care of it.
No, I've had one of those in years. I joked that I thought you were getting your teeth fused.
Yeah,
just make one mega tooth.
Yeah, there can't be issues if it's just one tooth.
No, because it's that fifth dentist that doesn't recommend Colgate. He just don't floss, just fuse your teeth.
Just fuse them all together. Yeah.
Nothing will get trapped in there, and you won't get gingivitis.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm just gonna suggest let's file things down, get like a nice safe human grade epoxy, and just fill in between there, and it'll just be like one big tooth.
And see if they're willing to do that. See if they'll give you the Christian treatment on top. Get yourself some gangrel fangs, and
there you go, gangrel. I have been carrying around a chalice of red liquid. They never called it blood. They always called it red liquid.
Red liquid. Push for
liquid.
That.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll be extra cool drinking that Hawaiian punch.
I will. With my white blouse and my sunglasses indoors and my bleach blonde hair
and your real thick neck. He was a thick boy.
He had a very thick neck. It was kind of a weird wrestler body. Not to body shame Gangrel.
No, well, because he'd body slam us if he heard it.
Yes, he would. And then he'd spray red liquid into our face.
Yeah, as long as our camera is the face. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. But I originally, when you said you're having oral surgery and wanted to record tonight, I refused because I wanted you to record tomorrow from the oral surgeon's chair, all on your happy gas.
With like numb tongue and everything.
Just candy bar.
Drool and gauze.
Yeah.
And, yes. Yeah.
And hey, Curtis. Oh, well, ladies and
Popeye.
Oh, well, that's about as fun as we're gonna have in this episode.
That's peak fun for Popeye. Not an awful movie.
No,
but,
not at all. It's a very successful movie. They have like 3 times its budget.
Yeah, Robert Altman of all people directed it. Yes, that's why Nashville was in my movie marriage.
Well,
Robert Altman.
Yeah, Robert Evans produced Popeye. Walt Disney distributed.
Harry Nielsen did the music.
Exactly. He's the coconut guy.
This. I know this movie came out in 1980, the same year as Heaven's Gate. According to the trivia, people were calling this Evans Gate because they thought it would bomb just as hard as Heaven's Gate did.
And the recipe was there for it, because Robin Williams really wasn't. He was still just a TV guy.
Yeah.
At this point, Mork and Mindy, etc. But really, this was his first like role,
like his first
like starring role.
Yes, big screen.
Mm-hmm. And so, but yeah, this is, I think, a movie that we talked a little bit at the end of last episode is probably more appreciated now in hindsight than it was at the time.
This movie has gained kind of a cult following.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not a bad movie.
It's not awful. It's a very ambitious movie.
Yeah, well, and I've seen a number of Robert Altman flicks. They all lack like visual style. There's no visual like attentiveness to any. There's no fun camera angles, or it's just played pretty straight visually. And Altman's thing is like stacking dialogue, and so you get people talking over each other, and it's like that's just kind of his thing, which is fine. Shelley Duvall is one that's like in his his clique. But it's not a bad movie, but ambitious, I think, is a great way to describe it.
Yeah, but ambitious doesn't always mean it works.
No, not at all. Like, yeah, I mean, Gru wanted to steal the moon. That was pretty ambitious.
that was ambitious.
Would have turned out to be a pretty bad idea. Like,
how did they get the moon back exactly where it was in the orbit? I know we're jumping to a for Despicable Me, but yeah,
that's a good question. How? It's probably like the orbit goes anyway. I mean, that's just science. It's like when you get on the conveyor belt walking strip at the airport, it's moving whether you're on it or not.
That's true.
So as long as you get back on it at some point, you'll get to where you need to go.
Yeah. It just bounces back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. It's like healing a torn ACL. It just bounces back.
It's simple.
Yep. The body heals itself.
Yeah.
So does orbits.
So orbits and bodies.
Orbits. Yep. Orbits and Achilles.
You've got the plot this week.
I do. So you've already mentioned a couple people that are in this: Robin Williams, Shelley Duvall. Yeah.
Yep. So Robin Williams plays the titular Popeye the Sailor Man.
He lives in a garbage can.
Right, it's true. So yeah, Popeye the Sailor, played by Robin Williams. The movie stays very loyal to the comic strip.
It does, yes.
But we also talked last week, this isn't a comic strip that really gave a lot of breathing room to its characters. It just
everybody has one note. And that's their one note.
And so that in some ways that gave Altman a little bit of room to play. Mm-hmm. And so here we are. So we got Robin Williams as Popeye, Shelley Duvall as probably the best olive oil that they could have gotten in the history of ever.
Yes.
Like if there's one, you just feel like sometimes actors or actresses are born for a role. Mm-hmm. Shelley Duvall is olive oil.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's also came out the same year as The Shining.
Yeah. So this is probably a little happier.
Yeah, a little. She probably had a better time on set here, I would think.
A little bit.
A couple minor differences between Robert Altman and Stanley Kubrick.
A little, yeah. Well, considering that she made one movie here and 5 movies with Kubrick, and they just, they trimmed it to 1. Huh. Just do your 38th take, please. Paul L. Smith is Bluto. Mm-hmm. And so those are really your main 3 characters in the Popeye universe. Then you get a bunch of extras. You get Paul Dooley as Wimpy, the I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
I love that. I don't know what that line. Yeah.
It's always Tuesday.
Always Tuesday.
We've got Giesel in here. We've got Ray, played by Richard Libertini. We've got Ray Walston. Yes, the Mr. Hand playing Poop Deck Pappy. And then just honestly, a bunch of just others. You got the rest of the oil family. Mm-hmm. You've got the tax man, which
Donald
is a
Moffat,
very
who was I think the major. I think was his rank in The Thing a couple years later.
Oh yeah. Good point. And so let's see. Looking down here, nobody of really any like that guy. Dennis Franz plays Spike.
Dennis Franz has had a very brief role. There was one guy that it's like I know that face from somewhere. Bill Irwin was in Hot Shots.
I see it. Yep.
I forget the character's name, but it was the guy who like he had the worst luck, something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I can't think of what his name was either, but Buzz Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's walking under a ladder as he steps on the tail of a black cat, and his wife turns around to not see him crash, and as they bring a giant mirror right behind her. Yeah. So yeah, Bill Irwin as Ham Gravy. I do love the names in the Popeye universe.
Yeah.
You got the oil family: coal oil, Nana oil, and castor oil.
Castor oil, yep.
Sweet pea, Ham Gravy, Oxblood, Oxheart.
Yep.
Scoop, Chisel Flint, Von Schnitzel, Hoagie the piano player, Spike Slug, and Bill Barnacle.
To stick with the Punch-Out theme that we continued from last week, I think Von Schnitzel is one of the guys that Little Mac fights in Punch-Out.
It's a bonus. Yeah, I think he's between Don Flamenco and White Tiger. Before King Hippo.
Now coming to the ring, Von Schnitzel.
Well, they had a Von Kaiser.
I think that's where my head I think went with that. But
Piston Honda and man, that game was hard.
Soda Popinski.
Yeah, Soda Popinski.
Once like most video games, once you get the rhythm down, but it's still not easy.
Yeah, let's see. Glass Joe was never an issue, but yeah, I remember Piston Honda giving me fits because Piston Honda was basically a slower Mike Tyson. Yeah. And they're cut from the same model, but it was a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Fun game. Yeah, you get that secret down to beat King Hippo, and he was no problem.
Yeah.
Just keep punching him with the guts so his pants fall down.
It took me forever to figure that out.
Yeah. So, I had Nintendo Power Magazine, so take that.
There you go.
All right. I think we've delayed enough.
We have. Let's get to the plot of Popeye as we subconsciously try to avoid talking about Popeye.
Well, to be fair, it took Robert Altman 2 hours to do what we could do here in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. We open on the classic animated Popeye.
Yep.
He's so we get that animation, and then we see him in real life at a distance. He's in a dinghy rowing towards this little town during a lightning storm. We get some Dutch angled homes. Yeah. Once we get to Sweethaven, the community that almost the entire movie is set in.
Yeah. And built from scratch in Malta.
Yeah, literally, and it's still there to this day.
Yep.
It's a big tourist attraction.
Is it?
Well, it purports to be a big tourist attraction.
Dozens annually visit.
Well,
but no, it would be cool. To be fair, it would be cool to see.
Yes. Oh, one day, Oz, when you and I retire, I just thought of a great road trip you and I can take. We're going to Malta. And as we're on the way to see the set of Final Justice, we'll stop by Sweethaven.
We'll swing through Sweethaven.
We'll swing by before we do the walking tour of all the elaborate set pieces and locations from Final Justice in Malta.
Which include the jailhouse and that place and that alley. And...
Yeah, exactly. Again, for those unfamiliar, go to IMDb and look for Final Justice. That's the name of the movie with Joe Don Baker. We know it from the Mystery Science Theater.
Yes, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Yeah, yes. That's honestly most of those really bad low-budget films like that we know from MST3K.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Popeye.
So he pulls up with a dinghy. The song Sweethaven plays as people are bumbling around town. The town is very run down. There's a half-sunken ship in the harbor. We meet the tax man, again played by Donald Moffat. He charges Popeye for every sort of tax. There's a docking tax. There's a tax for complaining. There's a tax for asking questions. And
all the money goes to the Commodore.
The Commodore, this mysterious figure, the Commodore. Popeye then sings Blow Me Down as he sashays through town. The townspeople avoid him. He's the outsider, Oz. So they don't
they're flipping over vacancy signs. They want nothing to do with this new guy.
Yeah, you get the feeling this is a very cloistered town. You know, they don't take welcome to outsiders. I mean, he did just roll up in a dinghy.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. It's not like, he's there for a convention or something like that.
Or like got off the bus where they knew where he came from. Yeah. He just literally sailed up ashore.
In a dinghy. Yeah.
He's a sailor man. What else is he supposed to do?
He is. The piano almost falls out of the taxman comes by again and tries to charge him an up to no good tax.
One of the issues, and it may come up later of this, is if you're gonna listen to the dialogue, this movie almost requires multiple viewings.
Yeah,
because like I mentioned, there's so much layered conversation and dialogue going on that there's some pretty clever, funny stuff that gets missed because
I had to do a lot of pausing and flipping back 10 seconds as I was watching this.
Yeah.
So Popeye rents a room with the oil family. I'm gonna rent a room.
Yeah. You got any Preppets?
Yeah. He came to shore in a boat.
Yes, he rode a boat all the way.
He came in a boat. Ringo. Have you been listening to Dan Bernstein, who the score let go of? He's got his own podcast now.
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's a company called 312 Sports hired him, so he actually has 3 podcasts in this like this sports media outlet,
like this network kind of thing.
Yes, yeah. So there's Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, which is just everything, kind of the classic like Boers and Bernstein bits and stuff. There's Forward Progress, which is just footballs, just straight football talk, and those are Monday through Friday. They do both of those Monday through Friday, and then I think once a week, he and his son, who is a junior at Tulane University, have a bit called Organizations Win Championships, which is a Bulls NBA platform. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I can't even remember why I brought that up here, but that yeah. So he ranks a room with you know what it was? It was Steve Brule. They've been referencing Steve Brule a lot lately. So that's where it came from. Yeah. I
love Dr. Steve Brule.
A lot of Steve Brule. Oh God.
My mama Dolores Pringle Brule.
Pringle Brule. Just a hunk.
Doctor to doctor.
Fair health.
Yeah, I love anytime the other doctor starts talking. I know. I'm a doctor.
He's so insecure. It's so funny. So he ranks a room with the oils. Olive, he walks in and there's just people scurrying everywhere. Again, it's a Robert Altman movie. Everything is busy. Everyone is busy.
Yes.
The people are busy. The dialogue is busy. The set is busy. There's busyness everywhere.
Well, and it's busy doing nothing. Like
yes, just people scurrying about.
Back to your reference, there's no forward progress. It's all just busy.
Yeah. So Olive is complaining about looking ugly for her engagement to Bluto, local strongman Bluto. The family plus Wimpy and Popeye have a very eccentric dinner because, again, it's Robert Altman, so everything has to be eccentric. And Olive's, again, is just complaining about everything, but calls her to-be fiancé Bluto humble and implies that he's rich. So, again, he's a very powerful person in town. We cut to Bluto on a ship called Vile Body, and from the ship that's just sitting there docked in the harbor, he just yells, "It's curfew, lights out!" And the entire town shuts down.
They all just turn their lights off.
Every place turns, Popeye, we see a sweet moment of Popeye. He's in his hammock that the oils have provided. And he longs for his father. That's actually why he's been about going from place to place. He's looking for his father, and he kisses a photo frame
that he's been talking to for a while.
Yes. Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that it's a classic scene and has very much been memed from X-Men the animated series of Wolverine with the picture of Scott and Jean, and he's like stroking the picture.
Yeah.
He takes a claw and he cuts a line between Scott and Jean. And so you think that it's clearly a picture of his father. He's talking to it, and then the camera pans around and we see the picture, and it's not a picture, it's the photo frame, and inside the photo frame is just a piece of paper that has the words "Me Papa."
Me, yeah. Was it Papa or Pappy?
Was it Pappy?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter, but still, the joke is there that it's just a empty frame.
It's words. Yes, that's all it is. The next day, the townspeople sing another song. This is a musical, by the way, if we haven't caught on to our loyal viewers.
Well, partial musical. They kind of bail on the music.
The townspeople sing a song called "Everything Is Food," and we get the classic wimpy line. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
They make a lot of hamburgers in Sweethaven.
Yes, they do.
Like just not even made to order. They just make them.
Yeah, they make them just for the sake of making them.
Because Wimpy walks around and there's always hamburgers.
There are, yes.
And they're not necessarily on the way to a customer. They're just there.
Yeah. And he's always hungry when it's Wimpy. So he's
chief
always up
export of Sweethaven is already cooked burgers.
You wonder what their supply chain is to get all that meat there.
The only way out is Uber Eats.
That's it.
DoorDash is the only way out of Sweethaven.
They Uber Eats everything in. That's their supply chain. It's Uber Eats. Everything that they need, all consumable items comes through Uber Eats.
Bring me a cheeseburger and stop by CVS.
Can use some mouthwash, some toothpaste,
and some.
My husband's coming in from town.
Right. It's great to get away, even for just an hour.
So Popeye expositions to Wimpy that he's looking for me pappy. He was lost at sea for 45 days, and he saw a vision that his father was still alive. So he's following divine fate, I guess.
Yeah.
We're at the local bar restaurant in town. There's local drunks there. They're making fun of Popeye's story and his accent.
Real kind people, these Sweethavens.
Yes. The name belies the true nature of these people.
Yeah.
So they end up bullying some of the other local townspeople, and then turn their attention to Popeye, and he beats them all up. Mm-hmm. He does. While Bluto just kind of watches from like a nest overhead, almost. Yeah. So that night, there's an engagement party that the Oils are holding because Olive is going to get engaged to Bluto. This is just more of a formality at this point. And the other girls, all of Olive's friends are there, and they're making fun of Bluto for being ugly. And Olive sings kind of a song that I found to be kind of fun. He's large.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's like she's
honestly to me, anytime Shelley Duvall was doing anything in this movie, it was
things were better. Yes,
it was better.
Yeah, anytime she was on screen, the movie improved. I will agree
even if Olive Oil is an insufferable character to listen to.
That is true.
She nailed it. If you compare it to like the cartoon, she nailed that character.
Yeah.
So it's it's
this just kind of doddering character.
Yeah. She did an excellent job playing an insufferable character.
That's well said. Yeah, the song "He's Large," like she's trying to come to terms with the fact that she's with Bluto, who it turns out she doesn't care for nearly as much as you get the implications in that first family dinner scene. And so she's trying to just come up with reasons why he's not so bad. And it always just comes back to, well, I mean, he's large. Yeah. So he's got that going for him.
Right. That's a plus.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really the only positive characteristic she can name. He's large. He said he may not be the best, but he's large and he's mine. As she is secretly packing a suitcase to sneak out.
And again, it's an Altman film, so there's a lot of activity going on. So it's fun to pick up on that because you kind of don't pick up on it until you're supposed to. Yeah. Because of all the action. Yeah.
So the escaping Olive is, she's now outside in town, and she asks Popeye to carry her bags. And as they're talking and whatnot, a mysterious figure who you never see, a cloaked figure kind of lurking through the background, and they basically dumps a baby on them.
Yeah, dumps a baby,
Just dumps a baby. And so, yes, they have this baby now. Mm-hmm. Back inside, Bluto is growing very impatient because Olive is not there. He's offered a glass of tea, which he then starts chewing the glass. Like he's literally chewing the glass.
Eats the glass,
He's just so angry. and he just yells, "Olive!" and the entire town shakes. I gotta take a drink after that. That got my vocal cords going.
I think you should do the rest of the episode with a vocal fry. Please.
Also the name of my next album too.
Vocal fry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bluto sings "I'm mean" as he terrorizes the town. He's punching through glass. He bends a floor lamp around a guy's neck. He takes his hand and he smooshes a guy like a foot shorter,
which was kind of cool because that guy was obviously real like rubbery. Like it was a cool practical. I wouldn't even call it an effect. It was just a physical cool trick thing that he did.
Yeah, and there's some fun bits at this point in the movie. And
not that it matters, but I think by giving Bluto a song, to me, it brought him down a peg. Like he wasn't this
humanized. Yeah,
he wasn't this brutish figure anymore when he's singing a song. Like there's nothing scary about that.
Bluto doesn't need pathos.
No, just let him blute.
Yeah. More bluting, please.
I want my Bluto to blute.
Yeah, he's got a blute. That's why I call him Bluto. So he sees Popeye and Olive with the baby, and Bluto beats up Popeye. There's kind of a sweet little scene where like Bluto punches Popeye, and they're at the top of a hill in town, like the street slants down, and Popeye just does backflip after backflip down the street. Yeah. Sending him through the pier eventually. Like he ends up in the water. The next day, Olive and Popeye have adopted the baby and named it Sweet Pea. And they argue over its upbringing because they're new parents to this baby, and they've totally accepted the roles and everything.
Things move fast in Sweethaven.
It's Sweethaven. Yeah, there's no rest for the weary. It's Sweethaven.
They've got a 529 account open already.
They've already been through couples counseling.
They've visited preschools. Like they're moving.
Yeah. And they get word. Again, word travels fast in Sweethaven. There's this gigantic boxer named Oxblood Oxheart is coming to town, and there's a $15 prize for anybody who can beat Oxblood Oxheart. Olive's brother Castor Oil chooses to fight Oxblood to win money for his family. Castor's a good he's a good kid.
Well, until a little later when we find him at the brothel. But anyway.
Yeah. For now. He's trying to provide for his family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after Castor, challenges Oxblood, he's literally punted into the ocean. Quite literally.
Yes.
Popeye challenges Oxblood. Kind of a sweet scene here.
This actor is massive.
He is. Very large man.
Yes. Peter Bray is his name. So big he doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. It just couldn't fit him.
He's large.
Yeah, right. Olive's got eyes for him now.
If that's the only standard she has.
Right.
So after the fight, Popeye and Olive sing "Sail with Me" to Sweet Pea, and they share kind of a sweet little moment.
Yeah.
The next morning, they discover a fun fact about the baby, that Sweet Pea whistles when the baby correctly predicts something. So if someone state something that is true,
as long as it's multiple choice.
Yeah. No true falses here. No fill in the blank.
No matching.
No, none whatsoever. And so Wimpy, of course, overhears this, and Wimpy is Wimpy, and so he takes the baby to the horse races, and
he offers to take him for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take him for a walk.
Hours later, he took him to the horse races.
It was one of my favorite gags in this, and it's just a little bit of Robin Williams shining through. Is Wimpy's like, "Oh, let me take off here. Let me take him for a walk," and Popeye's like, "Oh, okay," and then whips around. Wait a minute, he can't walk. like you're trying to pull a fast one on me. Okay, I'll carry him. Oh, okay. I just found it funny because it was just Hold on a second.
Again, there are some fun moments.
There really are. Yeah.
And so they're at the horse races, and he wins a bunch. And of course, they find Wimpy there because, of course, he hasn't come back from walking the baby. And so they track him down there. And Olive and her family went in on the bets.
Yeah. And they get on a ferry too. This isn't like somewhere in Sweethaven. Like Wimpy takes Sweet Pea on a boat across the channel or whatever to this brothel / indoor betting facility.
OTB, yeah.
Exactly. Off-track betting, which wasn't even real horses. It was just like a guy like crank starting an old car.
It's like the bit at the fair, when you squirt the water into the
pretty much, Can your horse get there first?
Yeah.
But then Popeye and crew, because they find Wimpy had conveniently dropped a pamphlet on the floor of horses, so they knew where he was going.
Yeah. So Popeye takes the baby back out of morality. He doesn't want Wimpy taking advantage of the baby, and he doesn't want Oliver, her family, doing it either.
Right.
And he sings, "I am what I am." Yeah. And Bluto he's there again, and he observes it all. Popeye takes Sweet Pea out. The taxman tries to assess a moving out fee because Popeye has moved out of the oil residence. Popeye shoves the taxman into the harbor. And apparently this is something that the whole town had been waiting for and hadn't been willing to do, because the entire town celebrates Popeye getting rid of the taxman. However, as the entire town comes out to celebrate this, Wimpy has kidnapped Sweet Pea during the celebration and makes off with the baby. That night, a devastated Popeye mourns. He's down on the docks, and he's a wreck, Oz. And Olive notices and sings a song that I know you have a sweet spot for. That He Needs Me. Yeah.
Yes.
A song that Punch Drunk Love used 25 years later.
Yep. Also used in Punch Drunk Love. I do really like that song.
Yeah. Very, very sweet. Popeye then sings the song Sweet Pea's Lullaby as he writes Sweet Pea a letter, seals it in a baby bottle, and tosses it into the sea.
Well, then he knows a baby will get it.
Yes. Yeah. Only a baby would look for that. So Olive gets Wimpy to admit that he kidnapped Sweet Pea for Bluto and the Commodore. The latter of whom tries to feed Sweet Pea canned spinach and talks in the same speech mannerisms as Popeye. So
with similar large forearms as well.
And this is where my favorite Martian, Ray Walston, enters here. And same speech mannerisms, same look. He's got the one eye, closed the whole time. He got the corncob pipe in his mouth, and it's clearly Popeye's father.
Yes.
But he's trying to feed this canned spinach to the baby. The Commodore expositions about buried treasure to Bluto, and he sings "It's Not Easy Being Me." However, Bluto betrays the Commodore and ties him up because he wants to use the baby to use the baby's truth-telling powers to find the treasure.
He uses sonar.
Maybe Sweet Pea's like Daredevil.
That makes sense. I've never seen Matt Murdock and Sweet Pea in the same place at the same time.
That's true. Yep. There's something there. Maybe somebody splashed radioactive waste into Sweet Pea's eyes.
New York's also on a harbor.
That's true. Maybe this is one of the like New York. It's the unspoken sixth borough.
I think so. Yeah, or Sweethaven is Malta's version of Daredevil. Like Hell's Kitchen is really Sweethaven.
Yeah, it's Sweethaven. Yeah,
so Sweet Pea is Malta's Daredevil.
I thought I saw a sign for Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys at law.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so,
they have hamburgers instead of Electra nachos. It's lost in the translation.
It's just don't think about it too hard. So Olive and Wimpy, they spy everything. They deduce the Commodore is Popeye's father and is a bad person. So Popeye investigates the Commodore's ship, finds the Commodore tied up. However, Bluto sneaks out with the baby, like literally inches away from Popeye. But Popeye, of course, is taken when he sees his father there. Pappy doesn't believe that this is Popeye at first. But because Popeye refuses to eat the spinach, then he comes to the conclusion that, yes, this is my son.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the only barometer to determine that this is your child.
And Pappy was lost at sea for 45, according to what you said earlier, 45 days. Or years.
I don't. I thought it was days. That's what I took down. But again,
well, okay. Even let's say it was 45 days. Yeah. You forgot who your son was after 45 days.
It was a long 45 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you, Stefan? No, who are you, Stefan Diggs? Like
Stefan Diggs.
So he's got 4 babies on the way from 4 different women.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And he's currently with Cardi B, and she's pregnant. She's the 4th. But yeah, currently he's impregnated. I think I
did hear that. That's right.
He's impregnated 4 different women, and they're all pregnant now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Stefan Diggs and Cardi B. This is the beginning. This is what was the character's name from the beginning of Idiocracy?
Oh, yeah.
What was what was the dumb guys? Well, I mean, they're all dumb, but yeah.
But yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, with the family tree. So
yeah.
So Pappy finally accepts that Popeye is his son. In the meantime, Bluto has now kidnapped Olive, and he's making his way out in a dinghy, or not a dinghy, in a boat, in a motorboat, with Sweet Pea and Olive to this island where this treasure is supposedly buried. So we're in Act 3, Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Popeye, Pappy, the Oil family, and I think Wimpy is there too. They all pursue Bluto to Scab Island, where the treasure is supposedly buried. Cleavon? Is that it? Just hit me.
Yeah, Cleavon.
Cleavon. Yes, Cleavon.
Yeah, that would be the Stefan Diggs and Cardi B.
Stefan Diggs is beginning. We're now formally in Idiocracy. We've been making that joke a lot.
Cleavon Diggs.
Yes, Cleavon Diggs. I mean, he was a football player.
He was a football player.
He was a football player. Yeah,
and he's very fertile. So just like his dad.
We're touching my junk. So the Oil family, Popeye, they're pursuing Bluto, with the captive Olive and the baby to Scab Island.
I love how Olive is. I don't know what that part of his ship is called, where there looks like
like the tube that has
looks like a big tuba.
Yeah.
I love how throughout the rest of this, like wherever Olive is held captive, that's where she's held captive. It makes sense on the ship, but later on when Bluto's like pulling her on a cart and she's still in that thing.
Yeah, it's like did he take like a jigsaw out and just like cut around it? Like how did he get that? Unless he had a second one, like he took her out of the big one.
Had it at the ready.
Had a second one.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. So the Oil family, they ram Bluto's ship, destroying both ships. Bluto finds a treasure chest underwater using Sweet Pea as a guide. With Olive again still hostage. Bluto, however, awakens a giant octopus named Salty Sam, who is right there in this very shallow water.
Very angry one.
Yes. So Popeye tries to fight Bluto, but Bluto pretty easily defeats him. Then somehow they start sword fighting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Why not? Salty Sam is now awake and very angry.
Mm-hmm.
He sinks the dinghy that the baby is in, but Pappy, fortunately, and the family save the baby. Popeye and Bluto continue to sword fight. Pappy opens the treasure chest because it's his treasure.
Yeah.
And there's a picture frame with the words "me son" on it, which I thought was a fun callback.
Nice callback.
Bronzed baby shoes and several cans of spinach.
Right.
So Salty Sam drags Olive under. As he's dragging Olive under, Olive yells, "Don't be fresh."
I missed that. That's great.
Yeah, don't be fresh. Where all 8 of those tentacles were. But Bluto just keeps beating up Popeye, and finally, Pappy throws Popeye a can of spinach, and Popeye initially refuses to eat it because that's his whole bit. He doesn't like spinach. However, Bluto decides he realizes Popeye doesn't like the spinach, and so Bluto decides to torture Popeye by force feeding him the spinach. Yeah. Which, of course, now we get your Popeye Hulk out moment here.
Yep.
He started putting his hand to his ear,
shaking his head and pumping his fists.
Bluto was punching him, and Popeye just goes, "You."
It's right. Points right at him.
Yeah,
blowing hard.
Yeah, it gives it the big boot and the leg drop. Yeah. So Popeye punches Bluto, whose clothes turn yellow. His entire outfit just turns yellow, and he hurriedly swims away.
Yeah.
Because he's yellow. He's a chicken. That's the bit. And Popeye then punches Salty Sam completely out of the water, like just cartoonishly sending him hundreds of feet.
He goes a long way.
Yes. They sing the Popeye theme song, and that is 1980s. Robert Altman directed.
No,
Popeye.
yeah. Robert Evans produced. Like, there's people involved. This wasn't. This was a production.
Yeah. So that's Popeye, folks. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, folks, every week, Oz and I, we give our own unique rating to the film we've been yapping about. In this case, 1980s Popeye. Oz, how would you rate this flick?
I'm going to give this 5 Wimpy Burgers.
There you go. 5 Wimpy Burgers.
What are you giving it?
Very similar rating scale. I'm giving it $2 tomorrow for a hamburger today. Every week, I feel like I don't know why this episode was so exhausting to get through.
Well, we had a lot of nothing to push.
We did. This movie is so busy that it took a lot of energy to watch and follow it. So, folks, every week Oz and I scour the interwebs searching for unprofessional reviews that tickle our funny bones, and we hope they tickle yours as well in this week's edition of Outside Insight. Oz, what is your outside insight?
I have a 1.5-star review by Veronica left on Letterboxd, May 17th of 2013. She says, one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's barely a movie. It's like Robert Altman made 3 women and kept looking at Shelley Duvall and saying to himself, God, that woman looks like olive oil. And then he couldn't get it out of his head, and it gave him bad dreams, and he was begging his brain, please stop, I don't want to make a Popeye movie. But his brain just kept showing Shelley Duvall going, oh, in a high-pitched voice, and finally Robert Altman's therapist told him to just make the stupid thing, and he did it to make the nightmares go away. It's weird, man.
That was deep and rich. That's what that was.
Yeah. Not Psychology. Like Big and Rich, that really bad country.
No, not like Big and Rich. Nothing like Big and Rich.
So, but yeah, that was my insight.
I got two I'm going to bring. Both, as always, from the Internet Movie Database, and both from 1999.
Oh, nice.
Coincidentally. The first one is a 2 out of 10, left on Christmas Day, 1999, from Classel D, with the subject line, second to worst movie I ever saw.
Oh, I bet we get to hear what the first one is.
This has to be ranked as the second worst movie I ever saw. Robin Williams mumbling through the movie, no semblance of a script. Harry Nielsen should be ashamed of himself. Only redeemable part of this movie was Ray Walston. He made the movie a little more tolerable.
And then they don't even share what the first was.
I know, right? That's a total block right there.
No kidding.
I know.
I love how this guy says this has to be ranked as if someone else is ranking his worst movie list.
Yes. This must be ranked.
Somehow this has been ranked so low. Like, you did it. Oh, that's a letdown.
I know.
Not even find out what the worst ranked movie is.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to pull the rug out from under your feet there, Oz.
You did, because I was like, oh boy, I love it when there's reference other films.
And you know that I like to do that. I like to find reviews that for no reason reference and usually denigrate other movies.
You got me. You did get me on that one. That's bummer. I'm kind of bummed out.
We'll have to go back to Classel D on IMDb and just
read his other reviews.
Yes, until we find out what the worst one is.
Yeah.
The other one is from February 12th, 1999, and is a 10 out of 10 left by Ryan N. with the subject line, I ain't no physicist, but I knows what matters. There are 2 movies I have seen in which every line is good and that I can watch dozens of times without becoming the slightest bit bored. Those are The Big Lebowski and Popeye.
I finally get another reference, at least. Big Lebowski and Popeye, huh?
Yes. The Big Lebowski and Popeye. And again, February 1999. So this review was probably less than a year after The Big Lebowski came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's like, I finally have something to interrupt my Popeye viewing time for the last 18 years.
Yeah. So we have one review, which is the second worst ever, and the other review, which is the second best ever.
Yeah. Tied.
Yes.
Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Thank you. All right, folks, it is that point in the show you've all been waiting for, the Let's Talk About Flicks signature segment, the 3-2-1, in which Oz and I each share 3 goods, 2 bads, and 1 about this week's movie, Popeye. Oz, what are your 3 goods?
My first one, you mentioned it earlier, He Needs Me song, sung by Olive Oil. I love the song. It is sweet. It is touching. I think, even though it's not a good singing voice, it fits because it makes it memorable.
It's very whimsical.
Yes, you listen to it, and it's not Shelley Duvall, it's Olive Oil singing it. And that's what makes this song work. So that's my first good. My second one is the character accuracy. Like, they did, I mean, Robin Williams looked like Popeye. Shelley Duvall looked like Olive Oil. Bluto looked like Bluto. Could have been a little bigger. I would have been okay with whatever actor they used as the one that chases Pee-wee around in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He's a giant man. I think that would have, a little more Bluto-esque, but it worked. It was fine.
They could have gone with Viscera from WWE.
Should have Mabel.
Mabel / Viscera.
Yeah, King of the Ring.
Yep. It should have been Mabel.
I don't know what that singlet was even trying to do, because it was not holding that.
No, there was
those breasts in at all.
Nothing much left in the imagination.
But even Wimpy looked like even some of the side characters were like, you look like you fit in this universe. So character accuracy was a big one, and Salty Sam the Angry Octopus was cool. That was just
Salty
cool.
Sam was cool.
That was fun. And so those are my 3 goods. What do you got?
For my 3 goods, I'm going to start with one that I was a little anticlimactic here. I referenced it in one of my Outside Insights, but there's just a line in this movie that is stupid and fun and clever all at the same time. And it's Popeye, they're at the track, and his morality is preventing, them from using Sweet Pea. And he says, I ain't no physicist, but I knows what matters.
Yeah. And he makes a few of those kind of punny references in that song. It was fun. That was a fun song.
Yeah.
As the irony, of course, is as his morality is at play, he's literally dancing around with all of the ladies of the night in the brothel section that Castor had come out of, hoping, I hope my mother doesn't ever catch me here, as mom's there.
Yeah.
She's like, where'd you come from? I've been behind you the entire time.
The whole time.
Right. And he's still wearing a bandage where he got knocked out by, ox blood or whatever.
One of those big ones that's wrapped all the way around your head.
That's it. It's
holding his jaw on.
Yeah, it's the cure. But no, I do. That was a fun line.
My second good is just this movie does have a very sweet and innocent charm to it. It again, we'll get into the bads in a moment, but there is just this just sort of fancifulness to this movie. It's a very kind of light, airy movie that never gets too deep at any point, and just kind of floats. And the third good is the boxing scene. I really enjoyed the boxing scene from the moment that Popeye jumped into the ring. He's wearing his sailor outfit, and then he runs down and clearly hits a trampoline, and he Rey
Mysterio's his way.
Yes, he does. Into the ring. He does. He totally Rey Mysterio. He should have given a Frankensteiner
or 619.
619's ox blood, ox heart.
Yeah. Whose mother was the principal from Kindergarten Cop.
That was Linda Hunt.
Yeah.
Yes, that was great. Yeah. But just that whole scene, he hits that springboard, and then they cut, and now he's in as he lands in the ring.
Yes.
Now he's in like boxing gear.
Yes.
It's kind of oversized, novelty.
It was fun.
Gear, but
it was really fun.
Yeah, and I just Casper getting punted. It was a fun scene. Popeye winding up his fist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even some of those just cool little special effects where Popeye's fist is winding, and later on he's spinning the corncob pipe. I mean, just some of those cool visual effects were a lot of fun.
Yeah. And yeah, those are my three goods. Oz, what are your two bads?
While fun, many of them, outside of He Needs Me, the rest of the musical numbers aren't memorable nor even really necessary. This movie plays it's not a musical, but there's music in it. Like, because even when they're singing, it's more like I couldn't tell you what the background tune was they were singing to. It just seems like townsfolk singing.
Yeah.
And so it was, I remember them singing. I don't remember the songs. They just weren't memorable.
Yeah.
Outside of He Needs Me, which was a one woman.
Yeah.
You know, like Popeye sang a few songs solo, but he sang it as Popeye, so you really couldn't tell what he was saying.
He's mumbling, because that's what Popeye does. He just mumbles.
Exactly.
One of my possible bads that I actually was going to be one of mine, and I just switched it out, was that this whole bit would have worked better as a live musical production, I think, than a movie.
Yes. Yep. I could see that 100%. 100%. My second bad is due to Popeye's speech pattern, a lot of Robin Williams and joke delivery get missed.
I mean, he's got the pipe in his mouth the whole time.
Yeah. Got pipe in his mouth the whole time, and not just speaking, like he's still the Popeye thing, and so there's a lot of fun little jokes that just get missed because they just do, because you could barely make out what he's saying.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
So that's my second bad, because I know that there's gold in there, but oh well. Yeah. So what do you got for bads?
For my first bad, Act 1 is boring. My God.
It's a tough
something. It is. Yeah. This movie is a half an hour too long.
Easy.
You could have cut almost all of Act 1. And just like he arrives in the dinghy, the couple of the fun taxman stuff. Again, now he's in the boxing ring. Like, just. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This movie is entirely too long. Just to do something.
Right. Well, and it's like, you're trying to provide a little like character development and scenery, but there's nothing of these characters to develop.
No, they're intentionally one-dimensional characters.
Yeah. And so they didn't go anywhere.
Too much bluting.
That's right. I know what Bluto's going to do. He's going to blute.
He's going to blute.
And just, I'm aware that that's happening. So move on. I don't need to know what his job is.
Yeah.
Just let him blute.
So yeah, that's my first bad. It's just Act 1 is boring, and just the whole movie as a whole is just too long. My second bad, which originally was going to be this movie should have been a live musical, was just all the cocaine on set. This again, I don't know how much of it actually showed up in the work on camera, but this movie is infamous for there being just like mounds of cocaine everywhere on set.
It's probably in the scene somewhere. Shelley Duvall started filming at 318 pounds.
I mean, the Sweethaven is on like kind of a seaside bluff. The whole bluff behind it is just a pile of cocaine.
Right. Craft Services was just Fun Dip.
It was, yeah. I guess like they would ship the dailies back in like the film canisters, and they would use the film canisters to ship the cocaine.
Oh my gosh.
It's
well,
just,
did you okay, so we know that there is a ton of cocaine on the set. We know Robin Williams is using.
Yeah.
But you look at, like, I look at this cast and I'm like, who else? I mean, with the amount you would, I mean, obviously not the baby, but it's like, is everyone else using? Linda Hunt, like, is she taking bumps?
Like she before they got to the majority of filming, she was actually 6'1".
she was the original Oxblood Oxheart.
She was. She was contracted to be in the movie, right? So they had to keep her in there somehow.
But you just look at it, and and like I don't pass judgment. You do you, whatever. But I look at it and I'm like, so was the actress playing Olive's mom snorting? I get Robin Williams, yes.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall, probably. Robert Evans, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like producers aren't normally on set. Well, I'm not missing a day of this set. But you look around and you're like, was Ray Walston? Like, is he hitting it? Like, he just, you look at some of these secondary characters. I'm like, were you guys also allowed into the Coke trailer? Or we're like, well, no, that's VIP area. It's very important powder. Like,
I don't know, but it's just, there was a lot of Coke on set. Just everything I read. Just, like infamous amount.
Yeah. Well, the shooting budget of this film was $3 million. $17 million of the rest of the budget was Coke.
Yeah. They were probably, you know what it was? They were probably sharing with the crew over at Final Justice.
Yeah, that's true. It was Joe Don's Coke.
It was Joe Don. 90% of it. That's why he wore all white when he was.
Yeah.
That wasn't white clothes. It's just he was wearing black, and he just did so much.
He just dropped it. It would have been even funnier if they got Coca-Cola to like go in on the funding of the film. Just lean into the bit. Like, of course there's Coke on set. I mean, look who fronted us the money.
So those are my two bads. Oz, what's your
When Popeye gets to Sweethaven and he's making the rounds and they're singing the Sweethaven song, we see window after window, sign after sign closing, right? Mm-hmm. So why does Sweethaven have so many rooms to rent if they don't like guests?
That is a good question.
Because
if they don't want people, why are you soliciting for people?
Yeah, because it was house after house shutting the door.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, and he wasn't that different. Like, you live on the sea. He's a sailor. You know what I mean? Like But so that's my
I don't know. Maybe they just rent rooms from each other, and it's like the same. It's like the same $20 bill. It just gets passed around town.
It's a huge pineapple neighborhood over there. We can't let him in. That's our fun room. Like, he'll see our Coke.
Sure. Yeah. Vacancy.
Yeah. Actually, they were just upstairs on the 3rd floor at the Oils. That's where all the horse racing and brothel and that's why everybody was already there.
Yeah.
So, what's your
Oh God, there's so many to pick from this movie. There was a lot of feet shots in this. It's the cartoonish Popeye like shoes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
with a lot.
You did one that was kind of a thinker, so I'm gonna throw a thinker back at you. Would this movie have done better critically if it wasn't based on an original IP and kind of had those expectations?
No.
Like if you did the same movie, but it wasn't Popeye.
Yeah.
And it was just a musical about a guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like if Popeye the Sailor comic strip did not exist, this is just somebody's idea.
Yeah.
This is the first. No.
Yeah.
No,
it was like Gavin the Sailor Man.
Right. Yeah. No, it would not have worked. I think
Clyde the Sailor Man.
Right? Clyde the Boatman.
it's pronounced Broatman.
Yeah, Broatman. Clyde the Boat. Clyde the Broat Boy.
Clyde the Broatman.
The Broatman.
Broatman.
No, I don't think so at all. I think you're absolutely right. There was a level of curiosity because Robert Altman is Robert Altman.
Yeah.
He wasn't a Spielberg, but he was definitely a recognized director.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of curiosity. I saw on Wikipedia, this movie made $6 million in its opening weekend, $32 million in the first 32 days.
Oof.
So it
had legs.
It had
sea legs.
Yeah, it did. The sea legs were in them. But I absolutely think there was probably a lot of curiosity as to who's this, was Robin Williams, he did a great job as Popeye.
Sure.
But again, nobody really knew who he was. So there's probably some curiosity of, can Mork really carry a movie?
Mm-hmm.
there was probably some like, what does a Popeye movie even look like?
Well, yeah, I mean, from the audience perspective, I would imagine that the IP brought in people, because there wasn't a lot of like IP based movies. Like Superman was a couple years before,
right?
But it's you didn't have the big franchises and original IP based characters.
Exactly. Yeah, they weren't making comic book movies at the time.
No.
Like, this is the best they did was comic strip.
No, they were years away from the New Mutants movie.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
Literally a lot, but they were yes, they were years away.
Yeah, they were years away from Josh Trank's Fantastic Four.
Right. This walked so Josh Trank could run.
There you go. There's a through line for a Popeye to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's there. But yeah, you've got Flash Gordon the same year.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is your IP, is look what we did. We are making movies from things that were popular 45 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. No, but to answer your question, no, I do not think this movie works if it's not an IP.
Okay.
No.
I was just kind of curious as I was thinking that through. Like, I wonder. I wonder. But yeah. That's Popeye, folks. That's 1980s. Robert Altman directed, Robert Evans produced Popeye. A lot of star power behind this. Oof.
Yes, for sure. And a lot of star power that grew out of this in terms of, like Robin Williams. Now, Robin Williams makes this movie 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive.
Oh, of course.
So it's got that like Jim Carrey effect of, who's this guy doing Ace Ventura? And then, boom.
Yeah. You do this after The World According to Garp, and you've got
you've nailed it.
Something, yeah.
It's like, I don't know why Once Bitten didn't put Jim Carrey on the map, but this one did. But Ace Ventura did.
Once Bitten.
I've got a soft spot for that movie.
I've never seen Once Bitten.
I think Lauren Hutton's in that movie, as well as, if I remember correctly, I think Cleavon Little's in that movie.
There's another Cleavon.
Yeah. Let me double check. 85. Once Bitten. Yep. Cleavon Little.
Of course he's in there.
Yeah. Lauren Hutton. That was one that was on repeat a lot.
Okay.
As a kid. It's fun. Jim Carrey's not quite like, he's not like wild card Jim Carrey.
He's still James Carrey.
He's still Rubberface. But it's fun. It's premise is Lauren Hutton is a vampire that needs the blood of a virgin by the stroke of midnight of 3 days from now, or else she is aged forever. But she can't find a virgin. And so enter Jim Carrey, who has a girlfriend who naturally he's wanting to go further with, and she doesn't. Well, he ends up under the spell because she must bite him like 3 consecutive nights, kind of thing.
Okay.
And so he starts turning vampire a little bit. It's fun. It's a fun. I know it sounds like a real stupid premise. Megan Mullally's in the movie.
Oh, I love Megan Mullally.
Yeah, Cleavon Little, Jim. It's fun.
Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman could be my favorite like Hollywood couple.
They are awesome for sure. For sure.
They were in a bit on every once in a while they do bits of all things the John Oliver show. And it's just they're just so talented, those two people.
They really are. Yeah.
Offerman,
I would say she's been like public facing far longer than he has. So
yes. I mean, well, she's like a dozen years older than he is too.
Yeah, but it's like, it's still great that, I'm so happy for those two.
Yeah. She voices Linda's sister Gail in Bob's Burgers.
Oh, does she?
One of the best recurring characters. She's a cat lady, but to say she's eccentric is an understatement. Yes. What if her cat's name is Mr. Business, Mr. Jim Business.
which got a full name, does he?
Yeah, it's Mr. Jim Business is the name of the cat.
That's good.
Mr. Business, call him by his full name, Mr. Jim Business. So, Oz, what do we got next week to wrap up Comic Strip Month?
We are going to fast forward a decade from 1980, but that doesn't mean that we're going to visit an IP that's any newer than Popeye.
Yeah, that's true.
As we are going to cover Warren Beatty and Madonna's Dick Tracy.
Yeah, we are.
Another very ambitious movie. That I think has more ambition than what Popeye was going for, and in some ways pulls it off.
This whole month is ambitious. Like, everybody who made these movies really tried to stay true to the character and that comic strip.
Oh yeah,
comic strippiness.
Yeah, and Spielberg nailed it. But to be fair, Spielberg, this is like, even though that movie's like 14 years old or whatever, that's still like late stage career Spielberg. He knew how to make a movie by the time he got to Tintin. Whereas like Flash Gordon, a lot of rookies on set, you know.
But there was all of these movies had some major power behind it. Even Flash Gordon.
With De Laurentiis.
With De Laurentiis, front money for it. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. But of course, Flash Gordon's got my heart from the movies this month, but Dick Tracy's a fun movie.
Dick Tracy is fun. Yes,
I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember the handful of times I have seen this. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy that you've got a lot of veteran actors having a lot of fun on this movie, and just they really were. Warren Beatty was going for a thing, and I think by and large he produced what he wanted. He got what he wanted. Real fun movie though. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to revisiting. Chester Gould is actually who created Dick Tracy is from Woodstock, Illinois.
I did know that. I had forgotten it, but I know that there's like a little Dick Tracy museum there in Woodstock.
So yes. Facts.
Absolutely.
We'll dig into that more next week as we cover Richard Tracy.
Yes. Richard Tracy. I got to figure out a theme to get Once Bitten on the show.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too. We've done vampire movies. We could do probably another year of vampire movies if we really
easily.
wanted to.
I'm thinking like, man, this movie bites and gets like,
movies with teeth.
Yeah, something with teeth teeth references in the title. Like
The Dentist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, I'll put something together.
Yeah,
for sure.
The wheels are turning right now.
Yep, for sure. Social media wise, Facebook, Instagram. We're working on a website, folks.
Yes, we are. Oz is working incredibly hard on the website.
Working on a website. By the time this goes, by the time this episode goes live, the website won't be done. But because I'm taking the ambition of every episode will be streamable from the site, both Spotify and YouTube. And every episode will have its own page. So it's taking a lot of work behind the scenes because this is episode 212. And so building out the episode by episode, getting them all interlinked. Once it's done, that'll be great. We're looking to see what kind of fun we can have with that.
Yes.
And having our own like home base there of having our own site means we can incorporate a lot more, whether it be blogs, guest spots, guest blogs, merch, like none of it's going to work, but
we could bring in some of the same sponsors that Joe Rogan has.
Yeah.
We can have our own line of supplements, health supplements.
If to reference something you said, just a minute ago, a lot of ambition. So
a lot of ambition. I'm hoping that this will finally secure us that giant pile of cocaine that they had on the set of Popeye.
Well, we won't do it, of course, but I'll have it here on the shelf.
No, I don't want to consume the drugs. I just want to have it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's 45-year-old Coke at this point.
Yeah,
like, there's a shelf life, I'm sure.
It is. Yeah, it's like people investing in gold.
It's actually,
the value of gold is always there.
At this point, it'll slow my heart down. real sleepy after this Coke.
Ooh, I can go for a nap.
Is this NyQuil? Like powdered NyQuil. Like 45-year-old Coke.
Like I just watched the first act of Popeye.
Exactly. Yeah, they were waiting on that first Coke shipment, basically, is what happened in the first act.
That's what happened. They filmed it sequally, and it just
exactly.
Didn't arrive
we got to wait to get the first act dailies out before we get the Coke back.
Oh, we are ready to go. Let's hop into the boxing ring. Somebody get a trampoline.
Matter of fact, there wasn't a trampoline. That was just him jumping into the ring.
that was his natural gait.
Right. Took a bump or two, and boom, there he went.
And now he's 8 feet in the
air. Who needs stuntmen when you got Coke?
Yeah, when you got cocaine.
He did his own backflips and everything.
Yep. That was a real octopus too, by the way.
Robin Williams is punching in the face.
They just found an octopus and gave it a pile of Coke.
Oh, it's our coked up octopus. Oh, but no, we're building out a website, and so we're excited for that to go live. But we will obviously keep everyone posted when it is. And I'm sure. What do you think the over-under is? 6 months before it overtakes IMDb?
I think we can. I mean, we want to start reasonable. I think we could have Letterboxd done in 3 months.
Oh yeah, that'll be a dinosaur.
Rotten Tomatoes in 5. I'd think 6, maybe 7 for IMDb.
Well, because really, think about it. If you want to talk about movies, what website are you going to go to? You're going to go to Letterboxd. I don't see where that's a parallel. No. You're going to go to Rotten Tomatoes?
No.
Or are you going to go to a site that's called Let's Talk About Flicks?
Yes, it's literally in the title.
That's what we're here for. Let's talk about flicks. Yes. I'm not going to go to joeblow.com.
No, of course not.
No, that's where I go for my cocaine dailies.
For years I'd go to Ask Jeeves and I want to talk about movies, and I would just type into Ask Jeeves, let's talk about flicks, and I wouldn't get anything back.
Yeah, I get it. I will go to my address bar and type in IMDb so that it takes me to Google, so that I could click on the Google link to imdb.com, because I don't want to finish it out. So no. That's all. Nobody wants to go to those sites because they don't know what's there. Let's talk about flicks.
Could be anything. Clearly. It's the internet movie database. Like, yes. Anything's in the internet.
It's true.
Anything there.
Yeah. Let's talk about flicks. Clearly the home to talk about flicks.
Yeah. It's to the point. It's succinct. Yeah.
You could talk about movies. You could talk about the kid that got his tongue stuck to the pole.
We could.
Christmas Story.
Literal licks.
You could talk about like someone like building up momentum with their finger. Like all kinds of things you can talk about there. Well, there'll be a section for that.
Yeah, right? It's the triangle paper football thing.
Yeah. There's the league. That'll be the league headquarters. So it's right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So no, we'll be going live with that hopefully sooner than later. Depends on how many all-nighters I pull.
Yeah, you're doing yeoman's work, my friend, and it is truly appreciated.
So and it's fun. It's fun. So for another episode of Let's Talk About Flicks, I'm Oz.
I'm Curtis,
and we'll see you guys next week with Dick Tracy.